Biden diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer. Do not let Marte fall. Zulum begs federal government. Spends nights coordinating security logistics. Well, there has been screamings upon screamings by this governor about the security situation that has worsened in Borno State specifically, and there are talks that most military equipment were moved from Borno to Northwest, and then because of that movement, Borno has become really vulnerable. There are 3 local government areas at last count as under the territory of these terrorists. So I'm wondering really, what is the federal government doing about these developments? Tinubu meets Pope Leo XIV, stresses importance of peace and tolerance, urges Nigerians to use their diversity for nation stability and rapid development. Banter with Fayemi and Obi. VP Vance. Zelensky attend installation of Papa. Pontiff seeks unity for divided church. Vows not to be autocratic. All the details you can find on the D-Stay. And this one, Saraki Buhari harassed, intimidated me because I opposed uncurbed borrowing or uncurbed borrowings. All right, and on the Punch newspaper this morning, 2027 coalition. Atiku camp offers Obi VP role in one-term deal. Opposition leaders may dump SDP for ADC as new coalition platform. This is interesting. Opposition leaders may dump SDP for ADC as new coalition platform. Federal government's electricity debt balloons by 800 billion naira, says Senate. All right, federal government's electricity debt balloons by 800 billion naira, says Senate. Japa, Dr. Drain devastates 12 states. Dr. Drain devastates 12 states. All right, still on the Punch newspaper this morning. Resurgent attacks. Federal government, Borno revamp anti-terror strategy. Tinubu approves licenses for North Oil project. Kwara governor urges calm after boat tragedy, claims 37 lives. Lagos probes casino workers recruitment by Dangote refinery. Lagos probes casino workers recruitment by Dangote refinery. Still on the Punch newspaper this morning, CBN slashes federal government loans by over 4 trillion naira. Tinubu, Obi, Fayemi share light moment at Pope's inauguration. Resurgent attacks. Federal government, Borno revamp anti-terror strategy. Now over to the Nation newspaper. Saraki's PDP rescue mission faces early storms. With a rider, power blocks and fresh plots as more defections loom. Legal landmines threaten party's rival bid. Economic reforms. Public debt drops to $94.22 billion from $113 billion. Federal government repays $19.2 billion. States clear $1.85 trillion debts. 2027, Northwest APC endorses Tinubu for continuity. Ganduje, Barao say no vacancy in Aso Rock. Wike dismiss presidential bid rumors. Kwankwaso denies saying Tinubu asked him to join APC. Nigeria's Eze strike lifts Crystal Palace to FA victory. World leaders gather for Pope Leo XIV's inauguration. All the details you can find on The Nation. And now to the Vanguard newspaper. On the Vanguard this morning, one-party state tensions grip Nigeria as number of defected lawmakers climbs to 86. With the writer Governor Sule, APC just wants to win 90% of votes. With right strategy, ruling party will become history in the next polls. Morsu ADC chair. Kwankwaso speaks on defecting. New mushroom universities. Proliferation as every senator wants varsity in his backyard. Insecurity. Zulum calls for fasting as federal government Borno reviews strategy. All right. I'm still on the Vanguard. June 12, Afenifere chief attacks Sule Lamido for insulting Yoruba's intelligence. All the details you can find there. Now on the Tribune this morning, at Pope Leo's inauguration, Tinubu says Nigeria's unity in diversity work in progress. That's on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And on the Nigerian Tribune, over 4 trillion debts. AMS set up strategy to intensify recovery efforts. Despite positive macro environment, inflation still a threat to economic stability, growth LCCI warns. All right, Kwara governor sympathizes with families of 27 victims lost in boat tragedy. Kidnappers kill APC ward chairman in Ondo after collecting 5 million naira ransom. Impact of slowing inflation. CBN's MPC faces fresh task as over 90% of Nigeria's currency circulates outside banks. Why Nigerian aviation sectors grows retard, says experts. All the details you can find on the Tribune. Then The Guardian, Tinubu Obi Fayemi meets at Pope Leo's inauguration. 50 billion naira to varsity staff, students on edge as Nasu San rejects sharing formula. Budget slams. 2025 budgets for exceeding 338 trillion naira GDP projection by 3 trillion. MPC at crossroad over rate hike amidst sticky prices, global uncertainty. 2027 Tinubu's growing hopes spark debates on efficacy of defections. Egypt 2025, Nigeria beat Egypt to bronze on penalties. UBA seeks to join suits challenging sale of IBEDC. Mambila Royal Council honors Adesoya as daughter's wedding. Many trapped, 3 rescued as building collapses in Lagos. Lagos to enforce total ban on single-use plastic from July 1. Reps Association demand independent audits of JAMB. And now to the Daily Trust newspaper. And on the Daily Trust this morning, automatic tickets, contract fueling defections to APC. Automatic tickets, contracts fueling defections to APC. Opposition kicks as Northwest APC endorses Tinubu for second term. 37 persons die in Kwara boat accident. How Boko Haram killed 90 farmers in Borno in 5 months. How Boko Haram killed 90 farmers in Borno in 5 months. Bandits kill 49 in Katsina, Kebbi, and Benue. Wanted kidnapper arrested at Abuja Hajj camp preparing for pilgrimage. Unbelievable. Tinubu meets bishops in Rome, urges unity in diversity. FCTA officials fingered in green areas disappearance. All the details you can find on, of course, the Daily Trust newspaper. Opposition kicks as Northwest APC endorses Tinubu for second term. 37 people die in choir boat accident. How Boko Haram killed 90 farmers. This is a shocking one in Borno in 5 months. And we're back to the table. Chris Maduka is waiting to chew on a few of those headlines on the dailies this morning. Chris, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, The Globe, for joining us.
All right, Borno is in the news again. This time around, not for the good, but for the worse. The governor has been screaming lately, and it does look like that scream hasn't even gotten to Jos. We hope that it gets to Abuja and gets to Asuro quickly. Now, Boko Haram, we're hearing, have killed up to 90 farmers in 5 months, and we're screaming that food prices are soaring.
And then, in some other headlines, is asking the people to go for statewide fasting. And it's pleading that, is it the same Zulum? It's
Yes.
pleading with the federal government that Marte
Should not fall.
should not fall. That means the ones that are falling can be forgotten, but just Marte, because Marte might be critical and strategic. Charles, I don't know what is happening because, Probably because I am not within the hierarchy of government where these things are discussed. I'm sure that the president of the nation had a closed door meeting with the security chiefs, and the outcome of that meeting is the regular headline is a beef up your strategy, do whatever you can to to curtail this rising trend and resurgence of attacks. Right? Whatever is going on, we cannot say, because the other time we were discussing and you mooted the idea that this is just because election is building up, 2027 is building up. There is likelihood that some other people just want to use it to upset the sitting government so that there will be distraction. They need to pursue insecurity and leave off politicking and coming back a second term for 2027. But I say, whatever is the reason why this is happening is worrisome.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 90 people killed in Borno in 2 weeks, we didn't hear of anybody very close to anybody in government, the National Assembly representatives of Borno, the State Assembly, all the commissioners and their relations, the governor, everybody that is involved in Borno State at that high level that have used the security available in Borno State to protect themselves, and none of them are involved in this. It's still the wretched of the earth, people like me and you, Charles, that are bleeding and dying in numbers. And every day in the newspaper headlines we sit here, since the last 6 months, there is no single day we have sat here, it's not numbers of Nigeria killed in if it's not terror attack, it's banditry. If the people killed due to farmer headers crash, it is, no single catastrophe has happened in Nigeria that has taken life the way in the quite recent times terror and banditry has taken life in Nigeria. It calls for concern. What else can we do? Most people, even the governor, the chief security officer, has resorted to spirituality. And now you see the confusion I have here. Are these religious extremists who are fighting, are they not people of the same faith with Zulum, the governor, and the people of the state who are calling for fasting? Where do we got it wrong? Where is it? Is it that because in some other angles we find that we don't know who we are fighting. Who are we fighting? Who are these people? For having fought terror and banditry for 20 years, Nigerian government should be able to begin to. There were certain times we heard that there are people who have been identified as the sponsors of this terror and banditry. Government kept quiet. Nigerian government kept quiet. There were people who raised the alarm that even in UAE, United Arab Emirates, that they caught some Nigerians and they released the list of Nigerians who are within. They say it was about 300, and those facts are in in circulation. The security forces and the Nigerian government were silent on them. So it got into this point. Every day, from Borno to Plateau to Benue, down to even the northwest, northeast, southeast, everywhere, people are dying. And the question is, why? Why? Just because we are Nigerians? And is it that at certain level, some people are using the common Nigerians, their lives as pawn in the chessboard of politics? Whether it's economic politics or whether it's politics, and just are using the lives of Nigeria. Is it not heartlessness? Is it not? There's no blood running in the veins of these people? Don't they have mercy? Don't they have hearts? It's too much. How can we play with the lives of fellow Nigerians and we call it politics? For whatever reason. It's devilish. And maybe people like us, keep condemning it. and we say it's bad. Whoever is involved, it's bad. And we're only calling on them to pull back, look and reflect, and know that this, if you don't have power to create life, you don't have power to take it. It's too much. Nigeria has bleeded too much. We have bred too much, and it is too much for us to bear. Just imagine, every day you wake up, you imagine is it not human beings like you? They are dying in numbers, being killed in very tragic situations. Some are beheaded, some are raped to death, some are cut in pieces, and then so many other stories, you know. Why?
Really sad. Really, really, really sad.
It is sad, Charles.
On this particular headline, of course, 2027 beckons. Atiku is offering Peter Obi VP slot, and in a one-term deal. One would wonder, I mean, at this stage and time, doesn't Atiku think the Southerners deserve at least one more term from 2027? I thought that the deal was supposed to be the other way around. Obi offers Atiku, a slot for 2031 if he supports him for one term at least. Let the Southerners complete their one term, remaining from 2027 to 2031.
Let it not be what I'm thinking, because I've had in certain quarters that this is an all calculated attempt to make sure the Southeast do not test presidency. Whenever it gets to the turn where it looks like Southeast will get a turn at presidency, all the Nigerian politicians will begin to talk from both sides of their mouth. You do not trust any of them. Why offering him VP? Who said Peter Obi cannot be president? You have tried to offer him VP. He got you votes from his own side of the country. You lost at their own side, meaning their people do not want you to be. And now you want to use him again. What makes you think you will win this time when you are fighting against very serious political opponent at the center? And some people say, trust my politicians, you cry and regret your life. All these offerings are not true. They're not sincere. If they are sincere, let all of them, because it used to be a rotational thing. When the National Assembly killed the rotational president, and all of them in the National Assembly are pulling away, going to APC. They're telling you Nigeria will be right. It's no problem. It will not stop anybody from supporting the president at the center. If he had done well, why collapsing the whole democratic process of Nigeria just to prove what point? You arrived at a National Assembly under a platform. Nigeria was going well. You could have as well supported anybody who wants to. So nobody say you get to the assembly to fight the sitting president. You can support him. If he's doing very well and you are convinced, vote him back. Why collapsing all the platforms? When are we going to build it again? And they are talking for both sides. Let me tell you, all that's happening in Nigeria, you see how it works out. They've all perfected what they want to do. All these things they're talking, come and be VP, this, is total trash. No single sincerity. If you ask me, because there's not, the people you find out as a good bride. I used to be, when we were growing up, Azikiwe said is a bride, which every political alliance accord concordia. That was the time we had such word. You come for him. If you come for MPP, ask Azikiwe to have an accord with you, to build an alliance. Peter Obi is a big bride in Nigerian political scene. And then all you can do is to offer him with the experiment that what he has done. You think what he deserves is second position. And that's why all of them are running around doing what they are doing. Because they know. If they say individual, let them pass the National Assembly that you can contest Nigerian presidency as an individual candidate under no party. Independent candidate. Let them see for themselves. They can only rig it back, but the result will be there for life and generation. Even if they do that and Nigerians vote to vote, they will vote to their mind. Let them go back and rig it the way they normally rig. But it will be in history. After all, what happened in 2020 is still in history. The world has seen it. And it happened during the time of social media. No matter I want to kill the truth. One day, some of them will be in what they call this rolling chair. They cannot, and they begin to launch their memos and tell us the truth of who won election that they are not. And we count for them and raise 19 billion for them. That's this Nigeria for you. Nigeria, we are not moving forward. We keep telling ourselves the truth to be because of personal interest, big business. You finish, you hand over to who you want to hand over. Let the poor at National Assembly make it a joke. Let the poor breathe. You put down the gavel, the poor will keep breathing. Meaning that if you had turned your gavel and said, let the poor not breathe, they won't breathe. We thank them that we are still breathing. The breathing is not enough. They keep squeezing because we breathe, we cannot eat, we cannot move around. There's no security. They only allow us breathing. They breathe until people will come and kill you. And they use the security we have to protect themselves, and they don't go to their constituencies. They only remain in Abuja. So, Atiku offering Peter Obi vice president for one tenure is a good move. Good luck, Atiku. We wish you luck. Yeah. That's even sure that I had in some quarters that some of these politicians, big ones, are working for. That somebody said is only one Alhaji that own the cattle that they are heading. And he just I won't pretend I didn't hear that. So anyone that is telling you this, calling under different platforms, they've already perfected what they want to do. Nigeria is moving towards one party system. That's my cry. Every day, the people at National Assembly are defecting, and the people are welcoming them. Very soon, they will rewrite the constitution for Nigeria to read one party, and it will be in 2025, or probably before 2027 comes, that Nigeria will have a history of along the time in Nigerian history where the whole Nigeria spoke with one voice under one party. God bless Nigeria then.
Do you really think that this one-party thing would work? Because so many persons have said that it's going to cause implosion, because then you have more people that in the hierarchy of governors, senators, there tends to be this conflict that comes with it, because as soon as the governor defects, he automatically assumes the leadership of that party in the state. That's what's happening in Delta, and you're having issues because there's Delta leadership, APC leadership, that is angry with the fact that the governor has come and is not officially and they're even saying they want to remove him, giving
You're right.
So bringing in these people into one party, don't you think there will be a lot of conflict of interest that might cause implosion within the party?
Daily Trust touched on that. The things that were promised, automatic tickets, contracts, that are fueling defections to APC. Join APC and your sins are forgiven. And you have automatic tickets. That's what Daily Trust is saying. It's not me. And that's what they say, they have analyzed and they written, put it on the daily newspaper, that's what is attracting people to APC. So, as far as they are concerned, that will tell you the heartlessness of Nigerian politicians. You may have worked for that party for as long as you have, but somebody from somewhere quickly defect and he got the ticket to be the flag bearer and leader and all. Everything you have done in the past remains on them. So, whether they are going to fight or not, they don't care. They want to win election. That's why one of them told us, all election to win is what they don't care whether you go to the state and they fight. Whether you kill yourself there, now you sabi. You may have been in that party for 20 years. When some people defect and they are defecting with some powerful things that we can see, and they are coming to handshake, if I defect, will you make me the flag bearer of the party, give me my second ticket? Since everybody wants second ticket, what is good for the geese is good for the gander. If the president at the center wants second ticket, which governor won't want second ticket? Who, if they put sugar in your mouth, will you reject it? So you use everything you want, but that's the senselessness, insensitivity of politicians in Nigeria. People who have been there building that party before now, where will they go? Of course, what you are telling them is what Nigerians have blatantly told us: go to court. If you don't like it, go to court. I hear one very viral audio that makes me have, laugh at any time. He said, "Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget it." So it's either you get it or you forget it. If you pull out a structure comes into your party to shift you to the side, if you can't accept it, go commit suicide or go hug a transformer. That's what they are telling them. How they settle it, it's not my wahala. It's what concern me. So let all the interested bring into win. They don't care how you feel. The feeling of the people who have held in some states where some of these parties do not have any followership, and some people, because of their loyalty, has stayed. Those are the people you push at the side. Probably they are the ones promise contract. You promise the other ones second tenor. Promise the ones who are staying contract. Nigeria is big business. So you're not even sure that there will be that kind of fight that will come up. Mushroom universities, according to Vanguard, is there. And somebody said nobody has capacity to unseat Tinubu. That's Yakasai. That's very good. Clap for Nigerian politicians. Our Jagaban BAT, you are number one. Everybody is saying you. Now you will sabi. Right on. Say. Now, that's wonderful. Good luck to all the politicians. They've said it. And when we remind them tomorrow, let them not deny. FG electricity debt balloons by 800 billion naira. And when it's a balloon, I don't know at what stage the balloon is. Has it gotten to the peak where if you blow it further, it will explode? Or is it just rising and it's 800 billion? Meaning it can get to 1 trillion. God bless Nigeria. Tinubu Obi Fayemi met at Pope inauguration, and everybody has written about it in our eyes and did this. People met. Our dear president was invited for the inauguration of Pope, and he went there and met some staunch Catholics who are knights, Papa knights, and they turned it into another political issue in Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. I hope Pope is taking note that some people had come there to shake hands and use his inauguration for. But whatever it is, we are watching, since they still allow us to breathe. But this breathing without food is still suspect. God bless Nigeria.
Indeed. We're building up to the 2027 general elections. Of course, we're going to also build up to the elections that is due in the southeast. That's on November 8th, the one involving Anambra State. So we'll talk about that shortly. Do stay with us. Signature TV, news in your pocket.